What is going on, everybody? How are you doing? We are back at it once again with some more Goblin Slayer. So, Goblin Slayer, this is going to be episode 9, and, well, good God. With what happened in the last episode, naked bodies laying next to each other, a gigantic floating eye, just there dissolving things and just destroying things. And then, of course, we have Goblin Slayer making the worst sauna ever by throwing very fine flour into a room and then letting the beholder ignite it.
You know something I didn't even talk about last reaction for the last episode was the fucking sword maiden, like when she was talking to him, was she just being like a standard floozy anime girl, or is there like something going on with her being like
I don't know,
flipping her shirt in between her boobs and shit? I think maybe it's
difficult for her to because of how large her assets are. It's very difficult for her to move around and emote without, I guess, looking risque.
Yeah, and, I don't know.
Well, the fact that when she pulled like gestures to like her heart or something, actually my mom. Okay, my mom has talked about this. She's talked about getting a breast reduction because where we're doing yoga again, it's hard for her to do push-ups. And it's not just because she's older. She's 52. But actually, no, she's 53 now. Damn. But it's getting more difficult for my mom to do push-ups. And it's because my mom has always been very, as the kids put it, top-heavy. And my mom shared this thing on Facebook with, she's like, as a woman like this, I relate. And it was a video, I forget by which website, but it was like girls with big boob problems. And it's just like, trying to find bras that fit, trying to find shirts that fit,
when you exes talked about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, when you turn around, sometimes your upper center of gravity throws you off balance. When you try and bend over, your top center of gravity makes you almost fall over, and stuff like that. And
there was somewhere we went one time, actually, I think, and my ex sat down and the table was really high for some reason.
And it came really up
and she was like, "Well, this is annoying." And her boobs are just sitting on the table.
That's
like
one thing.
I just looked over and started losing my shit.
It's just it's just like dinner, dining booths, and they sit behind the dining booth, and then their boobs are sitting on top of the table, and look down. It's just I could motorboat myself if I really want to.
I'm pretty sure my ex could do that.
Huh?
My ex would use hers as a phone stand too. She'd lay there like this with her phone like that.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Just all right.
Oh god, never had a girl do that, but I did have a girl one time where she actually tried to weigh my head down with him one time because I was sitting there playing a game and I was really into it, and all of a sudden I just feel oh god, what the hell? And turns out it's her just leaning down to her. She's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey, what's up?"
Yeah.
And she's just she's like, "You almost done?" And I'm just like, "I'll be done right now." And I just I turned the game off, and there we go. It's one of those things, man. I mean, it's difficult to I could never imagine what it's like in a curvaceous woman's body, but instead, I've just got all this mass right here on my belly, and I've got a big ass too. That's one thing. I actually got kicked off of a roller coaster because my ass was too big. It was me and two black women got kicked off of the Fury 325 because we couldn't fit. And while we were walking down the steps, they were just like, "Why'd you get kicked off?" And I'm like, "My butt was too big." And they're like, "I know that feeling." And I'm just like, I at first I was just got a good laugh out of it, and then I realized, oh God, I've got the ass of a black woman. Good God, my life is over. If I went to prison, I'd be very popular.
God damn.
What?
That's a dark joke.
I know. Hey, but it's at my expense.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I guess it's appropriate reaction videos. This is a dark anime.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So hey, for a dark series, we got some dark humor.
At least you didn't make that joke while we were reacting like the new Toy Story trailer or some shit.
It might actually work though. Actually, oh god, I just realized the connotations that come with saying that was a dark joke. Think about it.
I mean, you did that yourself.
I know, I'm just being silly. All right, well, let's get to the anime. This is Goblin Slayer, episode 9. Here we go.
It's a little weird intro.
The weirdest of intros.
Hey, you never touch anything in D&D that you don't know what it is. She just touched it anyways. I don't think we should touch it. Touches it.
I don't think we should touch. Hey, wait a second. Did you see that in the background?
No. I just saw goblins. I was like, oh, goblins.
Look in the background whenever the thing activates.
The moon?
A red moon.
Yeah, I see the moon.
Wait, is this the green moon?
They did talk about the possibility of the goblins coming from the moon or something, didn't they?
If this is the green moon, oh my god.
They found a portal to their homeworld, perhaps?
Yes.
One of the ways that they travel to their world?
Holy shit. I never would have imagined that. That's like, I thought it was just like a stupid thought.
Yeah,
like, hey, the moon's made of cheese, but there they are on the green moon.
I guess they don't usually tell random little stories for zero reason and stuff, so.
Very true. Very true. Okay. Let's get back to this. I'm sorry. Goblin. Here they come.
I love this music build up.
Okay.
I actually had a friend jump out at me one time by chance and just scream, "What's in your wallet?" just randomly and scare the shit out of me. Like, so I always think of that when I hear those commercials. It's just like, that's a random thing to yell at somebody, and he's like, I don't know. I just felt like it.
Actually, for me, I keep hearing my friend going, "Do you need cash now?"
Fuel gets structural. That's what you need, cash now.
Oh, what? It's cash now!
Also not sponsored by J.G. Wentworth, but we could be.
Yes, very much. Very well could be. She's serving up plates of rocks. Eat up, you need your fiber.
Looks like it could be coal.
Probably. See, do you hear that? I'm sorry, I hear bullshit.
See, look at her pigtails right now. They do not come down far enough to cover her tits.
But yet they did in that one episode.
Yeah, they did in that one scene.
Call it convenience pigtails, all right? That she's got a very small chest, almost non-existent. Big ass stones. Litter the ground with bodies. Oh, look who it is. One-eyed Jack.
Yeah.
Ah. Yeah, you see?
Yeah. The red moon was really big in that one, too. Like, in the shot.
That's what makes me think it, man.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
That's actually a pretty smart move because the rubble would go straight through the portal.
Yeah.
Damn. Ow. Bitch. That moment, I'd cut one of her ears off and just say, "You want it back?"
それでいいと俺は思っている。お前はひどい目に遭ったと言ったな。俺はそれを見ていた。最初から最後まで。だからお前の気持ちはわからない。
私を助けてくださらないのですか？
ああ。ゴブリンが出たなら俺を呼べ。ゴブリンは俺が殺してやる。
夢の中でも
ああ。
来てくれるですか？
ああ。俺はゴブリンスレイヤーだからな。
あなたをお慕い申し上げております。
I feel like he could have said it like because I'm the goddamn Goblin Slayer.
Because I'm the fucking Goblin Slayer.
使ってもよろしいですかな？食いたいなら構わん。牛乳を使う。おお、軽いの。すみま
せん、何でもありません。
Calm yourself.
そうか。失敗しても蹴るのよ。
はいはい、わかったわよ。蹴らない。蹴らないからちょうだい。それでいい？
ああ。
Wow. So there we go. That's that whole situation resolved. So I don't know who it was that set up the portal down there and was bringing the goblins through. Maybe it was the champion. I don't know.
Maybe. They said someone, but like he implied that like the goblins had figured out how to use it. Like we couldn't risk the more goblins learning how to use it or whatever, and so that's why we got rid of it.
Yeah.
So I guess it was the goblins that did.
Probably.
That's so. Was it saying that the Sword Maiden was the one that left the girls with their guts out or whatever? Like actually killed those girls?
No. I think maybe she displayed them after the deed was done. She had them displayed. Yeah. I think that's what they're implying with that, because she wanted people to know the fear of it so that they would be more prepared for it.
Yeah.
Because she herself was too afraid to deal with the goblins, even though goblins are basic creatures.
Yeah.
I mean, people are still vulnerable. I mean, hell, even Goblin Slayer, with all his knowledge on how to slay goblins, when he encounters something unknown, he can get his shit pushed in.
Yeah.
Like he did against the ogre that one time, and now like this.
Yep.
Again, I like this most recent time against the champion. I mean, and I think the maiden, she's used to dealing with like the demon lord and stuff like that, because the demon lord, she at least knows what to expect, whereas goblins, she doesn't 100% know what to expect, and thus she's afraid of that.
Yeah.
And goblins, the main reason they kill people is because people underestimate them. People undervalue just how dangerous they are. And that's why so many people are killed by goblins.
Yeah.
And I think she wanted people to be more aware of it, and thus she did what she did. That being said, the motives for the characters in this, I mean, for one, I'm picking up that the elf girl happens to be very spontaneous. Very, very, very spontaneous. Because why would she kick Goblin Slayer like that? Like, why would she do that if they made it through? they're alive because of his plan. And what's the congratulations? Instead of a pat on the back or a pat on the shoulder or a thank you, instead it's just like a roundhouse kick to the spine.
I think it was because he was kind of like snarky with her. It's like, I didn't do it, fire, water, or poison. And she's like, fuck off.
Hey, she's the one who put down those. She's the one who laid down the law.
I'm actually kind of wondering more if it wasn't like kind of a bet type thing between them.
Maybe.
Like, I bet you can't do it without using any of these three.
Maybe.
Or something like that.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
But like that would be stupid to limit themselves like that based off of a bet whenever the situation got as bad as it did before, I don't know.
I don't know either. So, what we had here was we had Goblin Slayer doing what he does, slaying goblins and all that fun stuff. But we also had the resolution of the whole the Sword Maiden storyline right here, where I guess she showed her vulnerability and to where she said that she cherishes Goblin Slayer, and like maybe now she sees Goblin Slayer as because her own for analogy's sakes, her own little personal Jesus. Yeah. Because there's those people that in life that no matter what, if you call them up, you can depend on them no matter what. You've got it with some of your friends. Me, I've got it with some of my friends and family members. And I know some of you out there have that person, who, if you call them up in the middle of the night and you say, I can't tell you where, I can't tell you why, I can't tell you where, but we're gonna hurt some people, and I need you to help me.
And they actually show up.
No, not only do they show up,
they show up with baseball bats.
No, no. When they get off the phone, they're just like, they'll say hospital or cemetery.
Yeah.
And it's just like hospital. All right, I'll grab the bat. And then because I've got friends who are like
cemetery, they're like, all right, I'll grab a shovel.
Well, either that or they'll say, all right, I'll bring my 22. Or all right, I'll bring my 38. Because I have friends who are like that. They're very dedicated friends to me. And
that's the joke with my two bros, Chance and Andrew, is like we're the only ones that we trust if we ever have to call somebody and be like, yeah, I need help hiding a body, and be like, all right, say no more, I'll be right there.
Kind of the same way. My friend, like my cousin,
if it ever gets to that,
my cousin Zach would help me dispose of the body. Of course, if it was legitimate, like if someone had tried to kill like someone who I cared about a lot, and I had to dispose of a body because it wouldn't look good for me or anyone else. So, yeah, he'd help me.
I think Chance and Andrew are to the point where they wouldn't care if it was legitimate or not. Like, they wouldn't ask any questions.
Well, also,
as long as you don't kill me, we're good.
Yeah, I also have family members who own pig farms, so always be wary of a pig farmer, especially if you owe people money. Cause have you ever seen Snatch? The movie Snatch?
I feel like I confuse it with another movie, and I've seen one of them, but not the other probably. But I can't remember what movie that is right now.
It's the one with Jason Statham, where he's a British gangster, and you got Brad Pitt, who's a bare knuckle boxer.
I think that's the one I haven't seen.
Okay,
I feel like I confuse it with Lucky Number 11 or another movie
Lucky
like
Number
that.
11. It's very similar, but it's not as well crafted. Okay. But Snatch.
I heard Snatch was really good from a lot of people.
It is. It's very good.
Probably need to watch it. Even if I have seen it, I probably need to watch it again.
So okay. So one character in it, his name's Bricktop. The reason why they call him that is because, well, he always has this hairstyle that's very like squared. That's very like squared and perfect and everything. So everyone just calls him Bricktop. Anyway, he's
reminded me of something else too.
Huh?
So I keep going, but you reminded me of something else too.
So in it, he tells these guys who he thinks stolen from him. He's like, "Have you ever heard of the word nemesis?" And he like gives the definition of a nemesis, and he's like, "All right."
Stars.
He's like, yeah. So anyway, he's like, "All right." I was gonna say, always. You ever heard the term, be wary of a pig farmer?
No.
Alright. Well, first off, one thing you need to know about pigs is that they'll eat anything you put in front of them, whether it's a dead body.
Pig farmers have a perfect body disposal method.
Exactly. The number one thing you need to do is, 1, you need to shave the bodies, and 2, you need to remove the teeth to help the piggies with digestion, because they can't digest teeth. Now, after that, you burn the hair.
Bones?
Huh?
But can they digest bones?
Yes.
Why?
Because
teeth are slightly different because they're covered in the enamel or whatever.
Yeah, the enamel, and also what teeth are made of is a little bit different than bone. And he's like, they can go for about a 200-pound, but you get 10 piggies starved for about a day or so, and you put a fresh body in front of them. They'll go through a 200-pound body in about 6 minutes.
Damn.
Oh, they're fast,
it's like
dude.
piranhas.
Yeah. It's like they will go through bone like butter. And it's just the way he explains it, and it's true. Have you ever watched pigs at trough? Like, they go through food fast, and they eat everything.
Hence the term being a piggy. When you
and actually, he finishes up, hence the term, as greedy as a pig.
Yeah.
And actually, that entire time he's having a conversation, he's like, please step out into the lobby. There's something me and my associates need to discuss with you. And while they've been having that entire conversation, his boys have been in the other room coating the room in plastic, and they got 3 body bags there ready. It's just like, good God.
Nice.
That's intimidation if I've ever seen it.
Yeah.
And then the next time we cut over, they've got one of them zipped up in a body bag, and they got a knife to his throat. He's like, wait. I know how we can make up for this. We can. I swear to God, I can bring you a diamond. It's as big as a cat's eye. And he's just like, and then they managed to weasel their way out of getting killed, but they got to find a diamond. That's about this big around.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant cut diamond, so it's beautiful. But yeah.
So have you ever seen Brick?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
If not, that needs to be a Renegade
Masterpiece Theater.
But
Yeah, actually directed by
it's
Ryan
a good
Johnson.
Underground movie. Like, not a lot of people have seen it that I've talked to, but it's awesome.
Well, yeah, actually, Ryan Johnson, the guy who directed Star Wars Episode 8, is the one who directed it.
Okay.
Yeah, and actually, I remembered I watched it for film class because they wanted us to study everything that was going on in it, and shot setup, shot composition.
Wait, 8? As in the most recent one?
Yes.
Huh.
But before that, he directed.
Guess that
Looper.
proves that directors aren't everything.
No, well, and then there's Looper. Have you seen Looper?
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen it.
Looper's good. It's probably, I'd say it's Ryan Johnson's best film by far.
Yeah. I guess it definitely wasn't his fault that movie was as it was.
Yes and no. Yes and no. And
I feel like after making a movie like Brick, and if Looper was good, that how did he suddenly just go to that?
Well, because whenever you inherit a franchise with as much lore and love as Star Wars, you have to tread lightly, and you at least have to remain relevant to the point of where you don't seem pretentious. Whereas Ryan Johnson has made it very adamant that he's a bit pretentious when it comes to his work. It's just like
I actually didn't realize, because I mean, apparently I like his previous work.
No, I like his previous work too, but for me, when he went after Cinema Sins, when they did a sin count on his movie on Looper on their channel, he actually went after them and said that this is like this ugly little thing and this and that. It completely desecrates my work, and I'm just like, shut up.
Yeah, it's a little.
Don't be a whiny little bitch. Don't be a whiny little bitch.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the fact that people watched your film and enjoyed it. And even though these guys are pointing out sins in the film, just know that they aren't taking it seriously. They're all out of fucks to give when it comes to people being offended about what you think about, what they think about your film. I mean, it's just one of those things that just irritates me.
Yeah.
Anywho, back on to Goblin Slayer. So we are aware that Goblin Slayer is getting a season 2, and I can't wait to see how this season winds up, because we only have 3 episodes left. I know there's technically 4 left, because there's it said 10 and a half, which is like a recap episode.
Oh, okay.
So we will
I don't know
get
if that was going to be a recap or a what do they call it, OVA or whatever.
maybe, I don't know.
I can't remember what that stands for.
We'll give it a look, and if it's a recap episode, we'll probably skip it and just go to 11. So, anywho, we hope you all have enjoyed what you've seen here. This was Goblin Slayer, episode 9, and until next time. I didn't say this in the last one, but I will say it on this one. If you want to watch, if you're watching this on YouTube, if you want to watch the full version of this, there's a link in the description down below that will take you to our Patreon, where you can actually sign up and watch all of the episodes that we have of Goblin Slayer. Not just that, but also all of the My Hero Academia, all of the old Rick and Mortys that we've got, pretty much every series that we have on there. And if you all are interested in that, feel free to let us know. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
And we'll see you in the next one, everybody. Peace out.